if 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds, 21-year-olds still want to deal with it and all that, you know, and enjoy the music that we are creating, so be it. I love it. I embrace it. I welcome it.
But I used to drink a lot, but it wasn't, and well, I guess it was an issue, but it wasn't an issue to where I was an alcoholic. I was doing it so I wouldn't remember things, so I wouldn't cope, so I wouldn't have to deal with my father's suicide. My mom died. Dad passed first. He shot himself in the head, and then my mom passed the next year.
His father committed suicide and his mom died of cancer, all in the span of 1 year. That was enough reason for Ginuwine to lose himself to drugs and booze. So y'all know Ginuwine, right? That smooth R&B legend who had us all grooving to Pony? Well, hold up, because there's way more to this story than chart toppers and slick dance moves. Behind those hits and the flash of cameras, Ginuwine was fighting some real dark battles, the kind that could break anybody. From the high life to life's low blows, dude's been through it all. Now he's stepping up, laying it all out there, revealing secrets that show a whole other side of his journey. We're about to dive deep into the life of the man behind the music, from his rise to fame to the shadows he battled along the way. Stick around, because this story's gonna hit different.
Tonight, do you feel me?
Swimming in Hennessy and high on ecstasy? Ginuwine's ride wasn't all smooth. Behind the scenes, this dude was battling demons that'd make you think twice about the price of fame. It started with the music. Yeah, he was part of that tight crew, Swing Mob, where he linked up with heavy hitters like Missy, Elliot, and Timbaland. But when that ship sank, it left G swimming in rough waters, trying to find his way solo. But it wasn't just about the music. Ginuwine's life got rocked by personal tragedies that would knock anyone off their feet. We're talking the kind of pain that doesn't just fade with the morning light. His dad, battling his own demons, took his life. Then, not long after, his mom died after a fierce fight with cancer. Imagine that. Losing both your anchors to the stormiest seas life can throw at you.
Dad passed first. He shot himself in the head, and then my mom passed the next year.
And how did he cope? Like many thrown into the deep end, he turned to whatever could numb the pain. Hennessy became his nightcap, and ecstasy his escape hatch. But those escapes, they don't fix the hurt. They just cover it up for a minute. And under that cover, depression was laying down roots, deep and dark. Ginuwine was spiraling, thinking maybe the only way out was to follow his dad's tragic footsteps. But here's where the tune changes. Ginuwine didn't let that be his finale.
Wishing you come over my place after a while.
With help from his pastor and a newfound grip on faith, he started clawing his way out of that pit. It was the birth of his daughter that flipped the script for him, sparked that fire to fight back, to be there for his little girl, to show her a different ending to their family story. Ginuwine had to ditch Swing Mob to survive. When Ginuwine was just a hopeful artist in DC, the streets more than the studios shaped his hustle. But that all shifted when he rolled deep with the Swing Mob crew. Picture this. A collective of raw, untapped talent all bunking together in a New York boot camp of beats. It was here Ginuwine met the likes of Missy Elliot and Timbaland. Connections that weren't just gonna change his tracks, but spin his whole life's record. Breaking out from Swing Mob wasn't just a career move, it was survival. The collective crumbled, but Ginuwine, fueled by his new allies, was just heating up. His decision to bounce wasn't smooth. There were no golden parachutes in this leap. But it was Missy who had his back, and Timbaland? Man, that dude was the beat to Ginuwine's voice. Together, they crafted not just songs, but anthems. Then came Pony, a track that wasn't supposed to be his, but became his signature.
Well, that song was initially supposed to be an interlude for the bodyguards of Jodeci.
That beat, those lyrics, they were all Timbaland and Static Major's genius, but Ginuwine made them immortal. And when that track dropped, it wasn't just a hit, it was a cultural earthquake. His debut album, Ginuwine The Bachelor, wasn't just a collection of songs. It was a declaration, a claim staked in the R&B world that said, "Here I am." But But let's not skate past the personal stakes here. Every track laid down was another piece of Ginuwine's soul, especially after the darkness he'd seen. This album, this music, it was more than just rhythm and rhymes. It was his lifeline, pulling him from the edge back to the spotlight. Rewind to the streets of DC, where a young Elgin Lumpkin, yeah, that's Ginuwine before the lights hit, was hustling. Not just to survive, but to thrive. Ditching home at 16, he wasn't just running the streets, he was learning them, breathing in every hard lesson they had to offer. It was here in the pulse of go-go music, DC's heart-thumping soundtrack, that Ginuwine cut his teeth, long before the slick R&B moves and those chiseled abs hit the stage.
Yeah! You know what? You know what? One more time, and it go like this.
Enter the game changer, Swing Mob. This wasn't just a crew, it was a crucible, forging raw talents in the fires of intense competition and creativity. In this high-stakes arena, Ginuwine found his groove alongside soon-to-be legends like Missy, Timbaland, and Static Major. The stakes? Sky high. The outcome? His life's soundtrack. When Pony dropped, it wasn't just another track. It was a revolution, all wrapped up in sultry beats and seductive lyrics. But don't get it twisted. While the world was getting down to that sexy anthem, Ginuwine was facing his own battles. The pressures of fame, the shadows of a turbulent industry, and personal demons that didn't just fade out with the track.
But I used to drink a lot, but it wasn't, and well, I guess it was an issue, but it wasn't an issue to where I was an alcoholic. I was doing it so I wouldn't remember things, so I wouldn't so I wouldn't have to deal with my father's suicide and my mom dying.
His breakthrough wasn't just about nailing chart toppers. It was about nailing a part of himself to the very soul of the music scene.
Can I have what's up in those jeans? Baby, can I have what's up in those jeans?
And man, did he deliver. Album after album, hit after hit, Ginuwine didn't just ride the wave of Pony, he made the whole damn ocean. From 100% Ginuwine to The Life, each record was more than just music. It was a memoir, each song a chapter of his journey, laid bare for the world. Ginuwine ain't shy about his darkest hours. He's been laying it all out there, raw and unfiltered. There was a time when this smooth crooner was spiraling, caught in a whirlwind of grief and loss that would have knocked anyone off their feet. Losing both parents in quick succession, one to cancer, the other to suicide, pushed him to the edge. The fame faded into the background as Ginuwine faced down his darkest thoughts, grappling with the idea of ending his own pain permanently. But here's where the beat flips. Ginuwine didn't let the darkness win. He's been open about how he turned to faith, clutching onto spirituality like a lifeline thrown in stormy seas. It wasn't overnight, no quick fixes or easy answers. But through counseling and a lot of soul-searching, he found something to hold on to, something that brought him back from the brink. Fatherhood was another game changer. When his daughter came into the world, Ginuwine found a new reason to fight, a new purpose that redefined his life's track. He talks about how being a dad reshaped him, gave him the strength to face his demons head-on for the sake of his kids. That's real courage, the kind that doesn't always make the headlines. And let's not forget, the man's still moving, still creating. Music remains his therapy, his outlet. Each new track isn't just a tune, it's a testament to his journey. A man who's been through the fire and is still standing, still singing. His recent works speak not just to love or loss, but to recovery and resilience, to the power of holding on even when letting go seems easier. Ginuwine ain't just an R&B legend. He's a survivor whose story resonates with anyone who's ever faced down their demons and dared to dream again. Despite the roller coaster of his career highs and personal lows, this man has kept his influence strong, evolving with the times while staying true to the roots that made him a household name. His impact on the music industry goes beyond those sexy tracks and smooth moves. As an artist who's navigated the treacherous waters of fame, Ginuwine has become a voice for resilience, using his platform to talk about real issues, mental health, grief, and the redemptive power of faith. It's this real talk that cemented his place not just on playlists, but in the hearts of fans who see him as much more than a singer. Beyond the studio, Ginuwine's legacy is also about mentorship. He's been there, sharing the stage with the next generation, offering guidance forged in the fires of his own trials.
If 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds, 21-year-olds still want to deal with it and all that, and enjoy the music that we are creating, so be it. I love it. I embrace it. I welcome it.
He understands the spotlight's burn and offers a hand to those following in his footsteps, ensuring they know fame's price and how to navigate its pitfalls. And let's talk about his community impact. Ginuwine's efforts reach from the stage to the streets, where he engages in charity work and speaks out on social issues, making him a true role model. His message? It's one of hope, proving you can hit the bottom and still come back swinging. As we ride out the last notes of this deep dive into Ginuwine's life and career, it's clear that his journey is far from over. With new music, potential projects, and ongoing advocacy, Ginuwine is here to stay, continuing to inspire, challenge, and shape the world of R&B and beyond. And there we have it, the full beat on Ginuwine. A man who's ridden the roller coaster of life with the kind of grit and grace that writes legends. From the dizzying heights of R&B fame to the personal pits of despair, and back up to a place of healing and impact, his story resonates with a raw truth that's as compelling as his music. Ginuwine's legacy isn't just in the tracks he's laid down, it's in the lives he's touched. His openness about his struggles and triumphs offers a blueprint for resilience and redemption, proving that even when the music fades, the echo of a well-lived life continues. He's a testament to the power of pushing through, of transforming pain into purpose, and ultimately, of using one's platform to uplift and inspire. So, if you're feeling the vibe of real stories, real struggles, and real comebacks, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Dive deeper into the tales of those who move the music beyond the beat. Share this story, drop a comment, and keep tuning in for more stories where the rhythm of life meets the melody of truth.
I'm keeping your seat on.